Yo, I got so many questions, man. I just don't know where to go. I want to know what cars I need to power up, bro, but I have no idea where to go. Can somebody please help me? Yo, bro, what do you need help with? Can you help me with who to power up cards? Like, what are the best power up cards, bro? Like, what should I be doing? You come to the right place. Get your butt cheeks perked. Let's go! What's going on, everybody? We're back here at GmiasWorld, and we're going to be discussing some of the cards that I highly recommend that you should power up right now, regardless of your level of skill, something that you could look towards and how you could probably get it done sooner than later. Now, one of my most recent videos with MUT Tips, I was giving you guys some insight in the cards that basically what happens right now is this, right? Certain cards, it's height over everything. So I got rid of T.Y. Hilton. I didn't share with you what happened in the office. Yes, you guys may have seen like some of the conversation that we had like about 2 or 3 videos back when we spoke about it. He came in the room. I confessed to him that I had his girl. Listen, that's not what this is about. This is what it's about. What's going to make you a dominant force out there on the field, okay? Now, right now, what's going on is pretty much people have been running a lot of different stock coverages, namely the 4-3 wide, not blitzing anyone and completely locking you up. So what I'm going to start with right now, what I usually like to make sure you guys understand, this year it's highly recommended that your offensive line is up to par. Not only that, it's highly recommended that you use the lead the way chem because it counteracts the chem that we're going to get to on the defensive side of the ball very, very shortly. Okay, so what does that mean? Gmi, what are you talking about? I'm not a vet. What are you really talking about, bro? What's going on? All right, look, this is what it is. When you power your cards up, right, when you go to the screen and you take a look at the upgrade section, I'm going to want all you guys, once you have a full power up, once you've used the training points, you've gotten the cards, you've got everything, if you don't know how to do that and you just got Madden 19, you're going to have to go all the way back to the beginning of this playlist and start there about how to power up players, how to do everything like that. Then you're going to jump back here and then you're going to pick up right here where we're going on right now. Okay, so now for my vets and everybody like that, I've been telling you guys forever, lead the way chem, glitchiest chem ever. Like, pretty much what happens is this. It completely knocks out of my way. So if you have a guy like me, I'm a complete idiot when it comes to out of my way. I'm putting it on everybody. My coach, my chick, my side chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, everybody is getting out of my way. So you're going to make sure that you're able to, like, equal it out. Like if they go head to head, they're not going to get right off the block. Lead the way and out of my way. Sometimes you will get like a situation where Jadeveon Clowney will pancake your O lineman, but it's not regular. And usually it's like it just cancels each other out, and the guy just stands there because he can't do anything because you have lead the way and he has out of my way. All right, so that's the one I'm going to recommend. Everything else, as far as like with the zone run, I've really noticed that dudes actually block better with the zone run. Now, you can look at it and say, yeah, but Gmi, it has the run block right there. Why would you rather that over power run? All right, now look, when you look at power run, right, you can see that it clearly adds lead block. And you would think that lead block would be like, you know, it would be ideal for this situation. Like, yo, if you're lead blocking, you definitely got what it takes. You're definitely going to be able to, you know, set the running lane. But that's not the case with power run. I don't know what it is, but zone run makes them go crazy. They really literally go crazy. So what I'm going to recommend, like I said, I actually have the power run and the zone run chems both activated because it makes Franco Harris go up 1 overall. But as far as my O lineman, I'm going to recommend zone run over power run. All right. Now, as far as the rising stars, because you may wonder, like, how am I getting all these chemistries? How do I have power run? How do I have zone run? How is this even happening, right? That's pretty much with these rising stars. Now, they may be a little bit more expensive. All these guys do is add 6 scheme chems, no matter which ones it is. I don't know how many of my veterans have them. Let me know for my vets, how many of you guys were completing it when I was showing you guys what to do with it, because these have been relatively usable. Like the Schefter stars, what they used to be called like back in the day, like Madden 16 or whatever, these guys are very useful in getting the additional chems. So because of Franco Harris with the power run, what I did was I kept him with it and used more of the other guys below, like using the zone run. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, Ricky Williams, when you look at his card, you're going to see that I gave him more of the zone run, so he's going to have that spin move that's a little bit more glitchy. Now, the spin move doesn't really matter You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a guy strafing like a strafe specialist, it is going to still make your life a living hell if you're trying to get around him. But if the game is scripted right and you wait until you get really close to the strafe move, you will successfully be able to spin move that person. All right? What happens is we start spin moving too early and they're already strafing. So it kind of like, you know, you're going to give some up, you're going to lose some. But what I've noticed is you have to get really, really close to them and the game will glitch it out and you'll be able to spin through. Regardless of, you know, his spin move being a 96 or whatever it is, he can definitely get through. But you also see that he has a high stiff arm, high juke move, and a lot of those things all correlate into making him the best possible player that he can be on that field. All right. So now that you see exactly what's going on the offensive side of the ball, you'll see that my wide receivers now have go deep. Why would I put go deep on these guys? Let's take a look at it real quick, all right? It gives my quarterback throw power, all right? Beat press. It gives them break sack. My quarterback break sack. It gives my wide receivers, like, it gives all the people with the chem that all these stats, but I'm just going based on the position. So my quarterback is going to get the break sack. My wide receivers are going to get the spec catch. You're going to get deep throw accuracy on my QB. You're going to get deep route running on my wide receivers. And like I said earlier, you're going to get the actual throw power for the quarterback and then the beat press for the wide receivers. So what does that mean? Okay, let's look at the god Michael Vick in the game, right? This is pretty much what it means. That dude is running around with 99 throw power, 95 throw deep, okay? And those things are right there. But not only that, with everything else that he has added to him, he's also a 99 break sack. So how is that useful? Let me explain something to you. Sometimes dudes are going to get lucky and they're going to run right into you, right? And they're going to think that they should get a sack. I've actually done this live on stream. Just stood there. Dudes will slide right off your player because he has such a high break sack. So it definitely works. I wouldn't recommend just standing there. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because like when I play online, it's all like, bro, like it's all for fun. We do different things. We lab. We do all kinds of craziness. But you're not going to tackle Mike Vick. And that goes for you also if you're the one blitzing 95,000 people. You're not. If he has his break sack all the way up to a 99, he's going to more than likely get like the first tackler to slide right off of him. So that's very, very huge also with the whole go deep chemistry, okay? Everything else that goes on, like I said, you're going to want to make sure that you add, to lead the way, you're going to want to add deep route specialist, okay? These things are very, very essential to your wide receivers. Make sure that they have it. My veterans already know. I've been rocking with it since it came out. What it does as an ability is it gives you additional hot routes. So you won't have the typical hot routes that you get. You get opposed deep crossers, C routes. You get all kinds of wild stuff. I will highly recommend that at least 2 of your wide receivers have this. Preferably the outside receivers. The slot receiver gets like the post route is also pretty, but I would recommend highly that you try to utilize it as best as possible. Look at the routes that you get. I would recommend deep route specialists over elite and short route. All right. Now, as far as the upgrades, you may have watched me rage uncontrollably on Twitch at Randy Moss because this guy is an idiot. Even though he's a 99 speed 6'4" wide receiver, he drops the ball like nobody's business with a 97 catching. He has a 99 spec catch, all that good stuff. He doesn't get the job done in most cases, but that's not him. That's the game. Like, he's dropping the ball, but it's not all on him, bro. Like, the game is designed to make you get maximum rage to the flux capacitor. So it's going to make you not do what you're supposed to do, if that makes any sense. Like, in some cases, you will not catch the ball when you are wide open, okay? But that doesn't mean that you don't power up Randy Moss if you can get him. Please note that probably a week from this video, you will be able to power up Randy Moss using training points. Okay, so if you can't afford him right now at his high rate, because I already overspent on him. I spent 2-point-something million on him, and then he went down to like 1.7 the same day. But I don't mind because I want Randy Moss. You're going to need Tyreek Hill also. Herman Moore, he's a new addition. Another player that was really good for me that I had to get rid of because he was short was T.Y. Hilton, but he does have a decent spin move. So depending on how you play, you may be able to use him. He also can get the deep route chemistry that I spoke about. So it's not like it's a bad move to get him. It's just that he's very, very short. And if you throw up a high pass, most of the time since the most recent tuning update, they're going to do an animation like he's going for it, but he'll never reach the ball. All right? Defensive side of the ball, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Have at least 2 of your guys have secure tackler. All right? As the ability chem, and everybody else that can get out of my way, give it to them. Now, this guy gets situational pass rusher, but I don't really use him as much in the game, so it's all good. Everything is cool. But again, you're going to want to make sure you have out of my way on all of these players, and every player that you see here, I don't need to say anything else. I recommend them because they're on my team. All right, Anthony Barr, Lawrence Taylor, Ryan Shazier, Muttmaster, Deion Jones, Anthony Walker. I think he's just there as a rising star. Jalen Smith, you gotta have. I love Jalen Smith. It's no reason for him being on the team. I just love him. I love what he does on the field for the Cowboys. Von Miller, and then I have another rising star who is also a power up. So you could actually upgrade him if you want. KHALIL Mack, Daddy Mack will take your girl in the back. He's definitely there. Alan Page, I love this dude. The dude's raw. John Randall, monster. Aaron Donald, I love him, but I don't really love him though. He's like a side chick. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The dude don't have out of my way. That's very disrespectful. So he usually doesn't play as much. Just wanted to point that out. Deion Sanders, bruh, I don't need to say anything about that. Champ Bailey, I don't need to say nothing about that. If you don't got these two dudes right here, you ain't really about that life. I'm gonna tell you straight up, dog. You ain't really about that life, but that's neither here nor there. Patrick Peterson is just a dog. He a dog. I got rid of him once. Probably won't go anywhere unless we get some kind of freaky corner like an Antonio Cromartie. That's probably the only card I would get rid of him for. Okay, now Sean Taylor, Goonish, Calvin Johnson, he's just there in case we run nickel as our user. Derwin James, newly upgraded Rookie Premier. So this Rookie Premier cannot get abilities, but if you get the actual real card, his Ghost, you can add ability. But obviously, I'm not going to do that because I have the free version of the card. All right, so he's just going to have to sit there without the ability and just sit there with lockdown and be a 95 overall monster stud. So all these players, right, with the exception of Ryan Shazier, some of you guys don't have Muttmaster, these players should be upgraded. Now, the backup, because he's a rising star, I don't really, you know what I'm saying, bro? I would have to go backwards. Well, actually, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't because it's only like the collectible, so I probably wouldn't lose much if I was to upgrade him, but I don't use him anyway, so I wouldn't, you don't have to upgrade him. He's just a rising star. Von Miller, definitely worth it. Lawrence Taylor, worth it. Anthony Barr is my user. Shazier, Deion Jones, absolutely worth it. John Randall, I don't need to say nothing about it. I told you about the other guys, like just straight studs. So these guys these are the cards that I recommend. Now, what I often get, whether it's Twitter, you guys hit me up all over the place, Instagram, whatever. Gmia, what about this card? What about that card? Bro, these are the cards that I like. If you like cards that have similar stats or are in any way, shape, or form similar to these cards, go for it. I am not going to be able to tell you each and every individual card how good they are. These cards play very, very, very well for me. Very well for me. Okay? That's why they're on my team. So all you have to do is look at it, pause the screen, and you can look at it. I guess you guys can check it on Mudhead to see what their stats are, see why I like them. But one of the reoccurring things that you might see is that you're going to see a higher zone, higher man, like this guy, 99 man, 99 zone. Deion is 99, 99. Patrick Peterson is lacking a little bit of zone. I think he's at a 99 man, 97 zone. But that's all good. You're going to look at a lot of those things. But not only that, you're going to see that they're at least 6 foot. I got rid of my shorter corners and everything. The Darryl Green, the dude I pulled as my limited, dude's gone. All right? So I want you to assess it completely. Just look at the cards that I'm using, and I'm giving you the abilities that I use. I'm giving you, he has return man because I need that stamina. He's one of my major kickoff returners. One of the other things that you guys were telling me that you've been doing is having both the wide receiver Deion Sanders and the cornerback Deion Sanders actually return kicks. That's actually pretty smart. I just don't believe you that it actually works, so I didn't buy the Deion Sanders. But if you guys say it worked, then that'll be something, to actually do. Tyreek Hill is also a 99 speed, and he usually runs it back for 6 if Deion is not running it back for 6. So I don't have any issues with that. And as far as specialty, Tyreek Hill is in the slot, all that good stuff. This stuff right here, you just want to make sure that you have your starters down here in the right position. But this is like ideal because they'll put the wrong receiver there, so you might want to make sure that you have somebody in the slot where you want that person to be in the slot. For power back and this power back situation right here, right? The third down running back, I like having Ricky Williams there. You can put somebody else there. I just leave him there for both because it doesn't really matter. At this point, I could use Saquon as my third down running back, but I have an ability on him with elite route specialist, and he gets very, very freaky routes. So most of the time, I'm going to want him in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to definitely want him in there. So that's why he's always there. But to be honest with you, there's a lot of other players that you could actually get that might be a better third down back. I know LaDainian Tomlinson is pretty high, stuff like that if you wanted to use him on your team, but I don't really care that much about it, so it's going to stay the way that it is right there, just in case I need those special route abilities. And as far as team strategy, we're going to be going back to, I think we're going to just go back and play with the Lions defense. we'll run the Lions defense. I think that's going to work for us. We get the 4-3 and the 3-4. And I think everything with that is pretty good as far as that goes. So that's everything that I'm doing right now. As far as the uniforms you guys have been asking about, this was a limited time uniform, the most feared uniform, and I love it like unconditionally, so it's not going anywhere. I love that. And you have to get it during the whole Halloween promo. So that's everything that is going on with my team right now and the whole assessment about it. The best cards that I believe you should power up. And I've given you guys all the insight into everything that's there. The Rising Star, Saquon Barkley has been upgraded recently with the all-new addition of the upgrades for the rookie premieres with the Ghost. And, you know, pretty much the starters that I have here, I know you might look at my center and not like it, but he's pretty fast, and he shoots out. As soon as the play starts, he just shoots out with a 74 speed. So it definitely works for me a lot, and that's what we're going to pretty much be, you know, utilizing it for. That's what my whole goal is for that center position, is the speed. And that 74 is huge. And yes, there are other players that I can use for him and I can get rid of him, but why would I do that when he has everything that I need, including lead the way with that speed? It's absolutely ridiculous. And it is definitely 100% just the maximum glitch to have a fast guy at center running out with lead the way chem. Listen, bro, trust me, try it. You'll love it. And that's my full assessment. Let me know if you have any other questions or comments. Leave it right there. You can tweet me at GmiasWorld, like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. Also, go to my homepage on YouTube and check out GmiasWorld Gaming. That is my gaming channel. That's going to be a lot of content going there in 2019 with everything else other than Madden, so you're not going to want to miss out on that. Also, I live stream on that channel sometimes as well. I will see you guys very soon. Keep your butt cheeks perked. Get these cards done. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.